say it's not all men because it is.
It's not all men. It's not most men.
But how do I know it's not going to be him? It's money.
Georgia.
Fake no, Georgia.
Okay,
No.
I need you to be respectful. Like, this is very rude. This is very.
Hi guys. So this is a normal day in Shoreditch. Oh, I love Shoreditch. I love Shoreditch.
We now live in an era where it's considered toxic to tell the truth. Because feminism, guess what? Lack of masculine leadership in a woman's life. It will be a life filled with unchecked hypergamy, which will ultimately lead to loneliness, bitterness, and depression.
Look, I have a kid. I used to be like that.
And that's being an IWWDNNM.
What?
An independent woman who don't need no man.
Until I had my kid. Now that I have my kid, like, I might be this, oh, I'm a boss bitch, da, da, da. But deep down in my heart, I would do absolutely anything to be at home and be, like, always with my child.
There you go.
But unfortunately,
and have a man protecting you. Stop acting like, stop leaving out the man part.
Right.
Because for you to be home with your child, that means you got a man holding you down, protecting you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's right.
And you know what's funny? Women want equality like a man. Think like a man. Move like a man. Act like a man.
You want to talk about equality? Let's talk about equality. Let's talk about equality. When women aren't paid only 85% of what their male counterparts are paid, then we can fucking talk.
But when it's time to put all the chips into the table, when it's time for war, for some fucked up reason, tell me why all the women and children are the first to be evacuated.
Inside separatist-controlled Donbass, thousands of women and children are being evacuated on buses and trains. They're seeking safety in Russia.
While the women and children are being evacuated into safety, us men, we are forced to stay back and fight.
The men forced to stay and fight for Russia-backed separatists.
Men from the age of about 15 or 16 into their 50s aren't let out of the country. So this is something that's splitting a lot of families right now.
You really think I want to go into a battle and watch my fellow comrades get blown into smithereens? Fuck that shit. See, women want equality like a man. Until the bill at dinner comes. Then all of a sudden she wants to become Stevie Wonder. Because she can't see the bill for shit. Modern problems requires modern solutions. My kings, show us how it's done.
Babe, what we doing tonight?
What you mean?
What we doing when we go home?
I'm going to sleep.
What? I guess we splitting.
What do you mean? Split the check. Where the waiter at?
You son of a bitch. Perfect.
Wow. Hey, what we doing tonight?
Yeah, I don't feel good. I'm going to sleep. I don't feel good.
Where the fuck the waiter at? We splitting checks this way too. Are y'all serious? Half and half. Get your wallet out. Get your money out.
We pimped them hoes.
I don't know what you heard about me. Put up this can't get a dollar out of me.
And the next double standard that we have. Let's hypothetically say a woman is maliciously attacking a man, verbally assaulting him.
Here! Cameras are here right here! Right now! On S. Britain! On Mr. Britain!
What is the man supposed to do? Sit there and watch his ass get handed on a silver platter? And when a man tries to defend himself, society will label that man as a monster. Because when a woman yells at a man, it's considered strong. But when a man yells at a woman, it's considered abuse.
Okay, I want to talk about this equal rights shit. I just saw a man getting assaulted, and I called the police. When the police arrived, they assumed the female was the one being abused. I had to show them the cameras of her swinging her water bottle at him, picking up a metal pole and swinging at his head, throwing her backpack at him, and then him grabbing everything, putting it down on the floor, saying, "Stop, or I will defend myself." And then she got smacked. Suddenly, like, a bunch of people showed up talking about, "Why are you hitting females, blah, blah, blah." Where the fuck were you at when he was getting assaulted? Where were you at? You want all this equal right bullshit, but there's so many double standards for your equal rights. If you want equal rights, I better be able to smack anybody I fucking want to. Whether it's a female, male, I don't give a fuck. Abuse is abuse, assault is assault. I will not stand for it.
Modern problems requires modern solutions. Look at this Karen here. This party pooper, this little weasel. The ride is not even over yet and the bitch already wants to speak with the manager. Look at all these Karens moving in herds. We need to stop them before they expand, because all these Karens do is sit behind a computer screen and cry about equal rights and throw men under the bus. Well, modern problems require modern solutions. How about this for equal rights, huh? Cheek slaying RKO of Fury! This one's dedicated to all the brothers who were accused of false accusations. Your brothers shall avenge you! How about this for equal rights, huh? Karens be like, I need to speak with the manager. Conor McGregor be like,
shut your fucking mouth, you do nothing. Now he's got the back. He's out here. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G. Now, the next double standard between a man and a woman. Gentlemen, I need you guys to hear me out. Tell me why. The man always has to pay the child support, but the woman doesn't. But when the woman has 100% of the power and the control to keep or kill the baby. Doesn't make sense. This is why I always tell you guys to wrap up your meat, or you can pull out and nut on her back.
To opt out of motherhood and make that choice, do you think that a man should also have the right to choose to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
Shoot, wow, I've never thought about that one before.
Well, let me ask you this.
Goodness.
What reproductive rights do men have?
It seems like zero, actually.
Right. So why are we always talking about a woman's right to choose, but we never ever bring up the man's choice? Because the man doesn't have any choice. Like, if you think about it, if you get a woman pregnant and you want to keep that baby, she can kill it. If you want to not be a father,
you don't get that choice.
She can basically lock you into 18 years of child support.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So why are we not talking about the bigger picture here?
It's something that I feel like does need to be discussed.
And now, if you fail to pull out and nut on her back, now she's pregnant and she wants to keep the baby. Shit! And you are for sure are not trying to pay for that goddamn child support. Then you must activate the cards of the cheek-slaying spellcaster. Now, this card shall only be summoned in extreme conditions. You place this card, cheek-slaying spellcaster, and her fetus will be automatically destroyed and sent to the graveyard with the fetus deletus spell card. Fucking kid! Gentlemen, here is the cold hard truth. Society does not hold the same standards for a man and a woman, because when a woman leaves a man, he needs to grow emotionally. And when a man leaves a woman, he needs to grow emotionally. I think I see a pattern here.
For a guy that is in a relationship to be interested in other girls, that's just cheating. But if a girl who's in a relationship becomes interested in another guy, it often means that she's not getting what she needs to get from that relationship.
When a woman cheats, society gives her a little tap on the wrist. Oh, she cheated because she needed to find herself. She was in a broken place. She needed to heal. her man was a scumbag and he was not giving her what she wanted. She had a little bit of an entanglement. Yeah, an entanglement with some dicks.
She about to butt. My finger rap, she about to butt.
But when a man cheats, society treats it as if the man just blew up the World Trade Center. Oh, he's a big man, baby. He needs to grow up. He was a terrible boyfriend. Do you see the pattern? And fellas, let me tell you a secret. Men, we cheat accidentally because most of the time we just try to bust a nut. But when a woman cheats, her emotions are involved. Let me tell you guys this. It's not okay to cheat. It's bad. It's very childish. You should not cheat at all. But the next thing, the next double standard that we have is that it is not okay for a man to share his emotions because it's considered weak.
Why do you think that some women will identify patterns of male emotion to be seen as weak?
Because it's a standard for men to be strong and not be emotional, and then it's a standard for women to be emotional and crazy and stuff like that.
Is it a standard for women to be crazy? How do you define crazy?
Crazy is like just doing crazy stuff, like messing up the car, you know, stalking.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Men have emotions too. What do you think a man's supposed to be? A Statue of Liberty that a man walks around all day like the Terminator? Get the fuck out of here. It's funny because girls can talk about their emotions. Oh, remember when I was out last week and I got my head stuck up that guy's ass? But it's considered weak for a man to talk about his emotions. And fellas, let me tell you guys something that I learned. Is that when you have problems and you share it with your mom, girlfriend, wife, whatever, make sure you do not overshare. It's not that they don't care, but when you overshare, it puts the woman's emotions in tensions and she's going to panic. And the number one rule for a man, always make sure your woman is safe. So this is why when a woman says, oh, tell me about your day, I feel like you're hiding something from me. And when you open up and you tell her, it shows as weakness and her pussy will dry up like the Sahara Desert. And the next double standard that we have, tell me why. When a man gets married,
You're like a dream come true.
fucking cat! Somebody needs to get that man the world's best friend award because he just saved his friend from walking into a slaughterhouse. Because when you sign the marriage contract, it is a contract that benefits only one party. And guess who? The woman. And fellas, have you guys ever wondered why a woman is so happy on her wedding day? Because she realizes she never has to work a day in her life ever again. And have you guys ever wondered why all the groomsmen is wearing black during the wedding? Because it is his funeral. And fellas, before I end this video, let me tell you guys a short story. Once upon a time, this man asked this very beautiful woman with big voluptuous tits to marry him. And the woman got very emotional. A tear fell down from her eye. And she said no. And the man lived happily ever after.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
You know that's like an ignorant way to stand, right? Like,
why?
You're over here, I tell you.
I'm actually half handicapped, so that's very offensive that you said that.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I can probably tell.
I'm super offended, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lying and being a high conflict is part of your personality disorder. Why are you looking at women with your eyes?
Are you a woman?
Oh my god, so you...
Oh, I didn't even know, I'm sorry.
non-binary, so it doesn't really matter.
That's why I asked. I was trying to be polite. That's what you should do.